There is a conversation that happens in every auto repair shop in America that you are never supposed to hear. A customer drops off a car for a routine inspection, and while they are filling out the paperwork, one mechanic leans over to another and says 4 words. "I would never own that." Then he goes back to work. That moment happens dozens of times a day across hundreds of thousands of shops in this country. And the vehicles those mechanics are quietly warning each other about are the same ones filling dealership showrooms, the same ones featured in Super Bowl commercials, and the same ones that millions of Americans are signing 60-month financing agreements on right now. Today, we are going to show you what they know that you do not. Today, we are going to expose the knowledge gap that the automotive industry depends on you never closing. We are going to show you exactly which vehicles the people who fix cars for a living refuse to drive, why the most prestigious badge on the lot is often the most dangerous investment you can make, and what the mechanics who have spent decades under the hood actually park in their own driveways. When you walk onto a dealership lot, you believe the person across the desk is a neutral party. You see gleaming vehicles with bold warranty promises, and you assume the market has sorted itself out, that if a car costs more, it is probably worth more. That is the illusion the automotive industry spends billions of dollars per year to maintain. The reality is that the gap between how a car is marketed and how it performs over 10 years of ownership is one of the most expensive knowledge asymmetries in American life. Mechanics do not have brand opinions because they prefer one badge over another. They have opinions because they have physically seen what breaks, how often it breaks, and what it costs to fix it. And the patterns repeat so consistently that most experienced technicians can predict your repair bills before you drive off the lot. Scotty Kilmer has been fixing cars since 1963. He has over 6 million subscribers on YouTube and more than 50 years of professional experience. In his entire adult life, he spent less than $8,000 on personal vehicles. All of them were Toyotas or Lexuses. He eventually broke his own rule and bought new for the first time. He chose a Toyota Camry hybrid. That is not a brand preference. That is a conclusion drawn from half a century of watching what breaks and what does not. And it raises a question the dealership will never want you to ask. The gap between what a mechanic knows and what a consumer is told is not an accident. It is the natural result of an industry that profits most when you buy the wrong vehicle. And the numbers that mechanics carry in their heads are the ones that never appear on any document you are handed in a showroom. iSeeCars analyzed 400 million vehicle sales records and found that Toyota has a 17.8% chance of producing a car that reaches 250,000 miles. The industry average is 4.8%, nearly 4 times the standard. J.D. Power's 2025 Vehicle Dependability Study ranked Lexus first at 140 problems per 100 vehicles against an industry average of 202. Consumer Reports surveyed 380,000 vehicles and ranked Toyota first in reliability out of every brand in their database. But here is the number that changes everything. A Toyota costs $4,900 to $5,950 to maintain over 10 years. A Land Rover costs $17,450 to $19,460. That is a gap of more than $12,000 between the most reliable brand and the least reliable one. $12,000 on top of the sticker price, on top of the financing interest, on top of the insurance premium a luxury vehicle carries. RepairPal rates Land Rover 31st out of 32 brands in reliability. BMW runs 9,500 to 17,800 over a decade. Audi comes in at 9,890 to 11,350. These brands sit in the top half of American new vehicle sales. They carry prestige images that make buyers feel like they are moving up in the world. Mechanics do not feel that way. They feel something else entirely. But there is a category of vehicle more dangerous than the ones with honest reputations for being expensive. The real trap is a used luxury car, the one that looks like a deal. Here is how the trap works. A German sedan that costs $90,000 new loses 40 to 50% of its value in 3 years. Now, it is sitting on a used lot for $45,000 and it looks like someone else absorbed the pain for you. What the sticker does not say is why it depreciated that fast. It depreciated because the market already knows what is coming. One documented owner bought a 2010 Range Rover Sport for $8,000. The dealer handed him a repair quote for $28,000, $12,500 for timing chains, $8,300 for air suspension struts, $1,580 for a ride height sensor. The car he bought for $8,000 needed $28,000 just to reach a serviceable condition. The BMW N63 twin-turbo V8, used in the 5, 6, and 7 series from 2008 through 2013, has become legendary among mechanics for all the wrong reasons. Its design placed the turbos between the cylinder banks directly above the engine, exposing every rubber seal and hose to extreme heat that normal engine layouts never generate. Fuel injectors fail between 20,000 and 30,000 miles. Timing chain replacement at a dealer runs $13,000 to $15,000. One BMW specialist put it plainly, "Failure is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when." One owner paid $15,185 for timing chain work. 1 hour after he drove it off the dealer lot, a new drivetrain malfunction warning appeared. The follow-up cost another $4,500. He had owned the car for 60 minutes between breakdowns. And then there is the story that defines what happens when a manufacturer builds a flawed transmission into millions of vehicles and refuses to fix it. Nissan's continuously variable transmission generated $277.7 million in class action settlements. Consumer Reports found that 5 of the top 10 vehicles with the most transmission problems are Nissans. The Canada Automobile Protection Association documented nearly a 6% failure rate during the warranty period alone. Replacement costs $3,000 to $8,000, and unlike a traditional automatic transmission that can often be rebuilt, the CVT is thrown out entirely and replaced as a unit. This is where the consequences start compounding in ways no one at the dealership will ever walk you through. When your transmission fails, you do not just pay for the repair. You lose the vehicle for weeks. You discover your extended warranty has exclusions your salesman never mentioned, and you find yourself underwater on a loan for a car that is now worth less than what you owe. As of late 2024, 30.5% of Americans who traded in a vehicle owed more than it was worth. The average negative equity was $7,214, the highest ever recorded. The finance office is where the real money is made. Dealers mark up your loan interest rate by 1 to 2.5 percentage points above what the lender actually offered, pocketing the spread as what the industry calls dealer reserve. On a 6-year loan, that hidden markup costs you $1,000 to $3,000 that never appears on any document you are shown. Gap insurance runs $500 to $1,000 at the dealer. Your own auto insurer typically charges $20 to $50 per year for the same coverage. So now the full picture comes into focus. You bought a vehicle a mechanic would never touch. You financed it through a structure designed to extract maximum profit. You are paying for features that add complexity, cost, and future repair bills. And somewhere across town, the man who fixes everybody else's cars drove home in something he paid $3,000 for 8 years ago and has not thought about since. So what does that man actually drive home at the end of the day? The answer is consistent and has been for decades. They drive Toyotas, they drive Hondas, they drive older Lexuses. SE certified master technician Adam Stoddard, with 25 years of experience, explained it simply. He looks for the vehicle with the smallest maintenance and repair headache over the long run because he spends enough time fixing other people's cars. He is not coming home to one. The specific vehicles mechanics favor share a window in time that professionals call the sweet spot generation, roughly 1996 through 2007. In 1996, the federal government standardized OBD2, the universal diagnostic port that gives any mechanic access to any vehicle's computer without proprietary tools. After about 2007, complexity accelerated. A windshield replacement on a 2000 Camry cost $200 to $300. The The same job on a 2024 Camry adds $250 to $1,200 in forward collision camera recalibration. Consumer Reports found 1990s Japanese vehicles had a 50% lower failure rate than American and European counterparts from the same era. Among mechanics, 3 vehicles have reached something close to mythological status. The Toyota Hilux, which Top Gear drove into the ocean, dragged out, set on fire, and placed atop a building during its controlled demolition, and which started afterward using only basic hand tools. The Lexus LS400, which took 6 years and $1 billion to develop, and was subjected to 1.4 million miles of simulated road testing before a single unit was sold. Many originals still pass 300,000 miles today, and the Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor, which represented 85% of American police fleets by 2003. When production ended in 2011, departments hoarded remaining inventory. Mechanics described the Panther platform as the last solidly built and reliable car that Detroit ever turned out. Here are the 3 rules every mechanic follows that no salesperson will ever share with you. First, never buy the first model year of a redesign. Consumer Reports Senior Director of Auto Testing confirmed with data that the most problematic years are always the first year of a refreshed design. You become the unpaid quality control department. Second, ignore the badge and research the specific engine and transmission combination. GM's 3800 V6 is considered bulletproof by working mechanics. The 3400 from the same company, same decade, is described in shops as unreliable trash. Same manufacturer, completely different ownership reality. Third, secure your own financing before you step into the dealership. A pre-approval from your bank or credit union removes the dealer's ability to mark up your interest rate. That one step can save you up to $3,000 that the finance office was planning to keep. The mechanics who work on your cars every day are not keeping secrets out of professional loyalty. They are simply answering a different question than you are. You ask what looks good and what fits the monthly payment. They ask what will still be running at 200,000 miles and what will cost the least to get there. Those 2 questions lead to very different parking lots. The knowledge gap between professional and consumer is not inevitable. Every piece of information in this video is public. The reliability data exists. The maintenance cost comparisons exist. The class action settlement records exist. The difference is that the automotive industry spends billions of dollars making sure you are looking at interior lighting packages and infotainment screens instead. Do not let the badge and the payment distract you from the 10-year math. Research the specific engine. Avoid first-year redesigns. Secure your own financing first. The mechanics who know cars best have been quietly following these rules for half a century. If you found this valuable, hit subscribe for more stories about what the industry does not want you to know.